Hello, hello. It's Tammy with the Frou-frou Studio. Welcome back. Today I'm going to do a make for No Digitals Allowed. And I'm going to make a kind of neutral colored, long, skinny tag to go in a journal that I am putting together. And this is it, and you can see it's long and thin. It is 9.5 inches long, and it is going to be 4.5 inches wide. And so I wanted a tag that was longer than the normal tag. So I'm going to kind of do a little bit of experimenting here and see if I can make a tag that will work in that journal. So my idea is I got several colors of book page and papers and different things. I've got, this is some book page out of a autograph book that I have that just feels really nice, and it has some patina on it. And this is from an accounting instruction book, and you can see the font is really cool on that. And then I have a couple of pages out of my German autograph book. These are handwritten, believe it or not. Is that not gorgeous? This one's from 1917, and this one is from 1914. So I'm going to use a little bit of that. This is French book page. This is just a book called Adam Beatty, and I just like the color in the darker font, so I've got a little piece of that. I've got some kind of parchment paper, or it's like it goes in between the pages of a photo album, an old photo album, so I've got a little piece of that. This is wax paper. And I may or may not use all this stuff. This is a handmade paper. You can see it phrase. And it's a natural color. It's not been bleached. And then this is a handmade paper, and it has been bleached. Or it's, you know, a lighter color. But it's very fibery. So, and then I have a piece of doily. My focal point on this tag is going to be this paper flower that I made. And basically what I did is I took my two little scalloped edge punches, 2 inch and 1.5 inches. And these are by who? By Paper Shapers, by EK. That looks like it says EK. EK Success. I got these at a thrift store, so I don't even know if they're still available or not, but they're nice heavy-duty punches, so they work really well. And I just took some of the different papers that I'm using, and I cut 4 each of the 2 sizes, and I just stacked them on top of each other, put a button in the middle, and then just started crinkling up to make my flower. So that's going to be my focal point. And I also have some wrinkled seam bindings over here and some cheesecloth. So we're going to see what we can do. But my idea is I want to make strips of all these different papers and go down the tag. So I think I want to put the plainer papers, and this is just manila file folder that I cut to kind of a tag size. It's got some pencil on the back of it. Not that that matters, but we'll erase it. Okay. So I hope everyone is doing well today. Middle week. We've made it halfway through, right? So I'm going to take the plainer papers and put them as the background. And then, am I going to do that? Yeah, I think that's what I want to do. And then maybe... No, maybe I won't. Maybe I'll just go ahead and start my... So basically, I'm just going to rip pieces off and put them on here. Until the whole tag is covered. And I think we can use glue stick for this whole thing. I am going to sew around it, all the way around it once I get everything down. So we'll start like this. Okay, so there's that one. Then let's get some of this plain paper here. So it's kind of like building a masterboard, except instead of doing the whole masterboard, I'm just doing it on the actual tag itself, I guess, is one way that you could put it. But I want the texture to be in the different papers, in the different kinds of, different colors and textures of the paper. Put that one on so you can see some of the text through there as well. Okay, let's do... I'll do a script next. And I'm just going to layer these until I like what I see. Let me go back and put this one here. I'm going to save that date part because I might put that like on the top of something. Let's put another piece of this on here. I use that one. Oh, this one. Let's put some of this one. That one needs to be kind of on the bottom, I think. Alright, so let's put some of this one on here. I hoard these diary pieces or autograph pieces, but I need to use them because that's why I bought it. Just to use it. Sometimes it's hard when you really like something. I want to put this maybe there. I think I used all the different kinds except for the doily. Maybe we'll put a little piece of that at the very top. Okay, let's trim around that. See what it looks like. I think I'm gonna leave that fuzzy edge hanging off the bottom. I kind of like that. Okay, so that's what it looks like when it's trimmed. And I'm going to go and sew around the corners or sew around the edges. Actually, let's put our angle up there first. Okay, now I'm gonna go sew around the edges and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back and I just did a zigzag stitch kind of all the way around, and you can see that it's not perfectly straight, but I'm alright with that. I'm not looking for perfection, especially with me sewing. I'm going to kind of smush the stitching down a little bit. Because I think it looks better if you do that. Then I'm going to ink around it with, what am I going to use? I think I'm going to use gathered twigs. I'm going to kind of ink the stitching as well. Okay, and then I'm going to take my favorite little splatter stampy thingy. Stencil, not stamp. And tea dye. And I am going to, oops, put some stenciling on here. I'm checking my little dauber to make sure, yep, that's the right one. I didn't want to get the wrong color on there. I was pretty sure that was it. And you can see the height of the stencil fits this pretty well, so I'm just gonna kind of do the whole thing. Excellent. Now I'm gonna put on the focal point. So to do that, put my stencil back over here. I've got some cheesecloth and I'm gonna just stretch it out to kind of go behind my flower. That one's probably two. Let me take another piece here. My scissors are so sticky. Need to clean them. I'm just pulling on this to try to give it a little bit more open weave. Actually, I think that's probably 2 layers. It is. There we go. And I'm just gonna kind of put my glue on here and just kind of scrunch it up, kind of like that. So I'm gonna put my glue stick on here. My strings from sewing, which I'm going to leave. And then my flower is going to go just right here in the middle. Kind of like that. And I'm going to use Fabri-Tac for it. And this flower, you can make it as dimensional or as flat as you want. I'm going to flatten it out a little bit because I feel like it needs to be a little bit wider than when it's totally scrunched up. Alright, and let's put our hole in the top. And you can make anything your focal point on these guys. You could use a butterfly. You could use a bird. Excuse my reach. Whatever you prefer. Put a whole reinforcer on that. Just, it doesn't need it, but I like the way they look. So I'm going to put one on there. And then I'm going to make a bow out of this kind of goldy, champagne-y color seam ribbon. Do I want to do a bow, or do I want to... Actually, I think what I'll do is I'm going to make more of a tassel-y kind of thing. So if I double it up and put it through there, and then pull all that through. No, of course I'm going to cut it. Well, that didn't do what I wanted. I should have cut it first. Okay. I think I want about 3 layers. If I can get 3 through there. One, two, three. Sorry, you probably can't see me. You probably can't see me fumbling around trying to get this through there. There we go. 1, 2. Get the last one through there. Come on. There we go. Still looks funky. Did I have 3 or 4? Oh my goodness. You would not think it would be that difficult. I should have done the bow maybe. Alright. Here's one. Let's just do the bow. I can't make that look how I want it to. Ridiculous. Sometimes it's a struggle. There we go. Okay, and then I'd like to put some kind of quote or a stamp or something right there. but I don't know what I want to do. Let me grab these, because they're not technically digitals, right? Not seeing. Anything that's jumping out at me, guys. How about see possibility everywhere? Like that, but it definitely needs to have some ink on it. And I think I'm going to build it up a little bit too. So let's take how about a piece of corrugated? Has to be a bigger piece than that. Is that too dark? Should we put some gesso on it? Let's put this on there and see. No, I like that. Okay. Oops. Yes. I like it. Now, when I get it in the journal, I may decide that this little bow is too thick and go back to just putting the strings in it. But for now, I'm going to leave it because I really like that. We need to add some gold splatters, maybe? What do you think? Or some, I don't know. I think I'll reserve the right for that until it's actually in the journal. So I think that is going to be a nice size. For the journal. And of course, I don't know what pocket or anything like that it's going in yet. But yeah, I like that. So see, we did a pretty tag that to me has some real texture and layers to it, and we didn't use any digitals, and we just used, you know, basically all that came out of my little scrap bin. So yeah, I like it. Let me know what you think, and I will see you guys back tomorrow for I saw it on Pinterest. Until then, everybody have a good evening. Bye.